Hi guys, welcome back. All right, Pisces, here we go. Let's take a look at the topic of love for Pisces. We have a Knight of Wands and we have a King of Wands. I have to say, we've had a lot of wand energy like across the board today. I feel like there's a lot of heartfelt energy being sent out as a whole. Um, we have somebody who loves this Pisces. They love this Pisces passionately. They love this Pisces, want to love this Pisces physically. We have big passion here. It's time. Oh gosh. Okay. So Six of Pentacles. We've got the King of Pentacles and we've got the Two of Pentacles. I would not be at all surprised if Pisces is about to have this person suggest, let's move in. They could show up unexpectedly and just like pour out their heart. They could be somebody, maybe it happens at 6 o'clock, or maybe it's like halfway through the day, or maybe it's at a certain time where it's just like, I feel like this person has come to this conclusion and knowing how their heart feels, knowing how passionate they are, this is it. This person doesn't intend to leave. In this storyline, we have somebody who's ready to go all in. Maybe let me ask, why really are they feeling so like, I have to do this and I have to do this now. I'm going to just go tell my Pisces how I feel. I want, passion with Pisces. They are flooded with some desire. The Ace of Wands, we go right back to the wand energy. We go right back to the passion. They could be a Leo, Sag, or Aries, but they want to operate as a King of Pentacles. Somebody who's like, I want to stay. I want to be here. I want to build. 10 of Cups. They have fallen in love with our Pisces, and they are aware Pisces is who it's not just passion. They're passionately aware of where their happiness lies, and their happiness is with Pisces. What is it that made them fall for Pisces? 10 of Swords. They ended some other really difficult chapter of their life. They are done with a chapter that was painful, that was confusing, that was difficult, that was, all the things that can make us feel shipwrecked. They're finally beyond that. They're over it. And I'm thinking that they can see Pisces now as a star. Pisces is where they want to be. This could be somebody that has recently ended a very tumultuous, let's say they had a terrible divorce proceeding, or let's say they have recently had some prolonged amount of stress, but either because they met Pisces and Pisces just kind of gave them hope that they can reinvent themselves, they can have a new life, they can have a new day. Love has not escaped them. There are better, brighter days ahead. Pisces is a 1 in a billion. I feel like they have a hope for a future because they met Pisces and they want that future. So this is somebody going all in. 3 of Cups, there's real truth here. There's a real connection. They feel like, I don't know if they had one really amazing conversation with Pisces at some point, but it touched their heart. It made them feel like maybe Pisces was really sincere with them. Maybe Pisces has already told them how they feel. It seems like it was a equal dialogue back and forth. There was a particular conversation where they really recognized that everything shifted for them. They were officially beyond a painful ending, and they were officially in love with Pisces. We got that King of Pentacles again. There was a conversation where they already knew, this is the person I'm going to be with. This is my Pisces. This is who I'm going to devote myself to. What was it about this conversation? I'm just kind of curious. I think it's really nice. I think it's beautiful. Awakening. The Emperor and the synchronicity. I don't even know if Pisces knew the words that they were saying, but it was so divinely inspired. Pisces might have said something to this person that was like, let me give a scenario here. Let's say they had been involved with somebody at one point in time, say they were in a long-term miserable marriage, and then the divorce was horrible, and everything that ex told them every day that they were together, or the overall image that the ex painted of them was very, very unfavorable. And it could very well be that Pisces is having a conversation with this person, and the very same things that the ex attacked and tarnished and tore them up for could be the very exact things that Pisces is like, oh my God, I love that you can do that. You know how talented that is? Oh my gosh, that's the first time I met you, I respected you so much because of blah, blah, blah. And it might be the identical things that an ex shredded them over. And those could be the very reasons that Pisces cites for why they like this person. And it makes them feel 10 foot tall. It makes them feel like, oh my God, who I am. Pisces gets who I truly am, but they don't hate me for it. They actually like those things about me. Pisces might have said something about, they seem like a protector. They seem like somebody who would, want to be a good leader. They seem like somebody who, is somebody who reinvents themselves. And that might be like, it feels like they finally feel validated, or even like everything gets washed clean. Pisces somehow uses the right words, the right language. And I definitely feel like it's like Pisces is speaking from the mouth of the divine, because we've got the angel wings here. We got an angel here. I don't know that Pisces realizes this, but the way they appreciate this person, the respect that they give this person is like a 180 difference from how this person was treated previously. And that is a moment where they're like, oh my God, I did not even know I could meet somebody who would be so obviously different than the person I had known. I didn't know I could be accepted for who I am. I didn't realize that there was somebody out there that likes me like this, appreciates me like this, knows that I have something to offer. I just feel like this blows their mind with that strong Scorpio and Aries coming in off the Emperor and the Judgment card here. That is the conversation. And I don't even know that Pisces realizes that they said something, because it could have just been very straightforward, very truthful, very off the cuff. And they just said something that they were just thinking about this person that was obviously complimentary, because Pisces refers to them somehow as like emperor material, or shows them some level of, human to human respect and acknowledgement. But that is like, I don't think this person has been treated nice in a really long time. That right there just made them like fall on their knees, and they're like, Pisces is the person I'm dedicating myself to. Right there. Pisces is my other half. Pisces is the person that actually has really seen me. They want to treat Pisces so good. I'm so happy. It's so nice to see this. It is so beautiful to see somebody who wants to treat another person so well. Six of Pentacles, the Hermit, the Knight of Wands. Let me put it this way. Nobody else will do. If Pisces isn't ready to like be in a big time relationship, this person will stay single until they hopefully convince Pisces. They will approach again. They want Pisces and only Pisces. They are very much in love. You know what? I loved this. Let's take a look at Pisces. Pisces has Three of Cups sideways. Pisces is aware that they like this person. They may not be aware that something that they said was, oh God, no, not at all. Pisces just, they met this person. They had a nice interaction with them. Pisces maybe enjoyed their company. They could have met in a social setting with other people. And then Pisces left, and they're oblivious to this. Somebody is nuts in love with Pisces, and I don't think Pisces knows it. Empress energy, though. Pisces is genuinely, I think, very supportive, very loving, and they do by nature. They have a good way to like read people. I think Pisces is able to be super uplifting just as a whole. I feel like they, Ace of Wands, Pisces is very, whether or not they know it, they exude some beautiful aura. Pisces could have like a gold, orange, red kind of aura, but Pisces also has this lovely energy of like, there is a sensual quality, whether or not Pisces knows it. There's also a nurturing quality. There's also like a very dignified quality. But then Pisces goes on about their day. I feel like every person that Pisces, touches their lives, I feel like every single person walks away feeling better about themselves after Pisces, like inspiring them or touching their heart a little bit. I feel like that's the nature of Pisces, and Pisces doesn't even know that Pisces changes people. We've got the Death card and the Four of Coins. Definitely, Pisces has a way of pulling back the curtain on what someone most needed, like a fear or something, and they vanquish it. They freed this person from these like whatever image was concocted about this king by some ex. or maybe through life and through patterns, and maybe they had a very unsupportive like family group around them or something, but whomever kind of like tarnished this king, I have to say Pisces has this unique way of pulling back the curtain and exposing that, and actually shedding light on stuff so somebody doesn't have to hold that hurt anymore. They encourage somebody to, like, hey, if somebody said something nasty about you, they're the villain, not you. And I just think that Pisces has this really lovely, reassuring way to like let somebody know. There's lots of people who say mean things about us. Those things aren't true. So don't hold somebody else's opinion of you and then let it fester inside of you and make you feel bad about who you are. Consider the source. Everybody's going to have an opinion about us all the time, and you can be the nicest, most generous, most sweetest person in the world, and someone will still be a jackass to you. Better not to let other people's opinions of us impact us. Better to do self-awareness checks and be like, do I like how I'm behaving? Am I, treating people with respect? Am I actually fair, or am I, a monster? Because there will be people that will accuse us of being monsters when they're the monsters. There are people out there that are very good at the old switcheroo. And I feel like this is kind of what happened to this king. Maybe that's why they have such an incredible sense of like, I can't believe Pisces can see that they think I'm a decent person. I kind of thought I was, but then man, that's not how I've been treated. I think Pisces has this unique way of pulling back the curtain on those deep fears that have been embedded in us. And I think Pisces helps people to heal all the time. Does Pisces have any like connection to them other than they had some nice conversation? 5 of Swords. Pisces might have read this person's sorrow a little bit. 10 of Wands. Pisces certainly could have picked up on the fact that this person was maybe I'm almost thinking that this Pisces is incredibly intuitive, which would make sense because they came across as the Empress. So that mother energy is always going to be really intuitive, right? Pisces could have like some strong Libra, Taurus, and a moon sign perhaps, but they picked up on this person's grief, their sorrow, and the fact that they have recently ended something in their life. And I wonder if Pisces kind of, even maybe subconscious to Pisces, maybe they wanted this person to not feel that sorrow. And maybe they said something particularly, supportive or gentle or nail on the head. Even if they didn't fully comprehend that what they said was going to have that impact, they may have subconsciously felt someone's sorrow and hoped that this person would lay down that sorrow. I think Pisces thought that this person was a nice person who was dealing with a lot of hurt. And I think that they hope that this person doesn't carry that kind of hurt. I don't think Pisces fell in love with this person point blank. I think that they just intuitively picked up on something going on with this person. This person's going to be coming toward Pisces for sure. How is Pisces going to react to that? King of Swords. Well, there's going to be some very blunt dialogue, and I feel like Pisces is going to be like very thoughtful about this. We have the Tower. Pisces might even be like, I didn't expect that you would come toward me and say that you have interest in me. I have to think about this. Queen of Swords. My. Pisces is all of a sudden having to consider that this person who they thought they just briefly met, they empathically, felt, I can sense that this person's been through the ringer. God, I hope they don't carry any hurt. They seem like a nice person. And now this person's kind of pursuing Pisces. I think this is a mind buster here. I think Pisces is like, oh my God, I didn't even think that. Is this my person? We together could be something. We might be a couple. Let me address that. I haven't thought of this. This feels like, now it seems so obvious. Of course, that's probably why I met them. I think Pisces, for all their intuition, Pisces doesn't walk around thinking like, oh, I can tell who's going to be my next partner. I think Pisces uses their intuition to sense where people's energy are at, and maybe to, like I said, nurture, support. That might be their gift in this world, but they could be, please don't be offended as I say this, but Pisces could be a little bit like naive or oblivious when someone is clearly like crossing their path or vice versa, because this is the right person for Pisces. And I think it could be a mind-blowing moment for Pisces to be like, oh my God, this is my person. This person's in love with me. Well, I thought they were a nice person too, but it never dawned on me that they might actually have emotions for me and that they would now it's us. We're going to be together. This feels so kind of like sweetly innocent on Pisces' part that they would not have guessed until now it's staring at them that this person wants to be with Pisces. They wouldn't have guessed that this person would feel this way about them. It's kind of sweet, it's kind of innocent, and it's a little bit like Pisces. How would you not know that? But in this storyline, the Pisces didn't. That's just not how Pisces' brain operates. They think about people in different ways. They think about what they pick up from people, and they care more about the way somebody else's energy is appearing to them than getting in their head and being like, "Ooh, I bet this person wants me." This Pisces seems very humble and very sweet. But this person is head over heels for Pisces. And I do feel like with that serendipity card that we had with the synchronicity, I feel like the divine is orchestrating Pisces being able to meet this person in the first place. I think they both will do very well together. All right, I'm going to leave this here. Thank you for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Bye.